Oh, that music. This is how you know you're playing a Falcom production. Welcome to Let's Play Trails of Cold Steel 4, the culmination of the Cold Steel arc of the Legend of Heroes saga. Now, part of this Let's Play is very heavily dependent on the fact that you know the story of at least Cold Steel. It helps if you know the story of Trails in the Sky and the Crossbelt arc. Now, there will be an episode 0 where I read about the events of Cold Steel 1 and 3 with you. And if you're interested in that, a link will be in the description. But this Let's Play will be heavily impacted by the fact that I have played Sky 1, Sky 2, I've started Sky 3, and I've played Cold Steel 1, 2, and 3. So there will be extreme spoilers for those games, just saying. Okay, now that episode 0 is recorded, it took an hour. If you've got an hour to kill and you really want to know the backstory of this game without playing the previous ones, go watch episode 0. But, excuse you, let me stay on the main menu. New game. I'm gonna start on hard. Nightmare is designed for New Game Plus. If it's the same exact game style as Cold Steel 3, I could probably do a first playthrough Nightmare, but not really into it. If the game gets too difficult, I will lower it to normal. Oh, I have save data from Cold Steel 1 and 2 on this? Oh, or. No, yeah, I was gonna say, I've got Cold Steel 1 and 2 complete game saves on my PC. But this game is not releasing on PC for the foreseeable future. There we go. Loading my clear data from Cold Steel. As you can tell, I beat the game again 3 days ago. Unfortunately, I did rush it a little bit, and I was 3 AP short of getting the best Academy rank. So I won't be getting the best accessory you could possibly get for this. I've also wasn't high enough level to get a good enough bonus here. And I did not quite get enough for 5 Spirit Essence. Yeah, if I had gotten to S, I would have gotten a better medallion. Here we go. Cold Steel 4, let's go. I'm going to be playing from this point as though you have seen the backstory. So be prepared. Remote town of Ulster. Really? Graphics are slightly better than Cold Steel 3. I already noticed the music's more melancholy than Cold Steel 3. It's still incredible. Oh, Instructor Sarah's gonna be here. There's a distillery.
After 2 weeks of confusion and panic, a sense of quiet has finally settled over Heimdall. This somber air comes after the funeral of Prince Olivert, a service unattended by his father, Emperor Eugent, who remains in a coma. Furthermore, the Imperial Diet announced after an emergency session yesterday that the National Mobilization Law would be enacted immediately. The unanimously approved measure was put forth in response to a string of terrorist attacks masterminded by the Republic of Calvert. All Imperial subjects are required to offer their full cooperation at the government's request. With the new law in effect, the government has imposed rationing, instated a draft and started requisitioning supplies for the army.
Oh, wow, so they went straight to a funeral for Olivert. I don't think he's actually dead, though. Oh, this is where Sandy's from. Which would also mean this is the hometown of Prince Olivert's birth mother. Sandy is one of the students of Thor's branch campus. Oh boy. You notice how people are getting a little more aggressive now? You notice that little black wave? It's part of what happened at the end of Cold Steel 3. Is the speed up button? Yep, the speed up button still works. It is bound to the same button, sadly. I don't like the button it's bound to. That's one thing I love about this series of games. They give you one option to speed up cutscenes without skipping them. Ortiz, the port city, where Muse is from. My lord, does it look slightly better than Cold Steel 3. I still love the look of this place. One thing I do wish is that I wish these sweeping shots were a little faster. It was an issue I had with Cold Steel 3. Don't get me wrong, it's a massive graphical upgrade from Cold Steel 2. But it seems like all the animations were animated at 30, but it's playing at 60. It's the way I look at it. So everything seems like it's a little more sluggish than it should be. You know, I played this game a little bit too much when I recognize individual NPCs. Individual nameless NPCs. I recognize her from a from a side quest in Cold Steel 3. Is that the Imperial Governor? Yes, that looks like Karl Recknitz. What's he doing here? What's he doing in Ortiz? He wasn't exactly a fan of the conscription laws. I know that.
If it isn't Heimdall's very own Imperial Governor, Karl Regnitz.
That would be the son of Count Florid. He was in Thor's, with Reen.
Although he's temporarily left his beloved capital to take office as interim supervisor here in Ortiz.
Meaning that the Empire has finally started to move in earnest. A conscription office has just opened here. It's only a matter of time before draft cards start going out.
I don't recognize her.
No one can afford to be careless here. We Thor's graduates least of all.
She's a Thor's graduate, but I don't recognize her.
Indeed. What's more, with the inscrutable darkness enshrouding Heimdall, we are unable to control
Is that
the safety
Maribel?
of Ferris and the others.
If that's Maribel, damn, she thinned down.
And though the Viceland army has mobilized, it would be quite unreasonable to expect them to handle everything by themselves.
I was gonna say, the long blonde hair and pink bow gave it away, but she used to be, like, gargantuan.
It seems we will need to find some allies and take action
Like,
as well.
She was 17 at Thor's, and she looked like she was, like, 350 pounds.
Yes, including those who embody the spirit of the Horned Lion. Class 7. My dear gardening friend included.
No, that's a different person. Okay. That's the leader of the gardening club. She was always hot. Ooh, crunchy back. I was about to say, if that was Maribel or whatever her name was, I can't remember her name. But in Cold Steel 2, you had to give her, like, all your bad recipes and you'd get a Master Quartz for it. Ooh, is this Leaves? Yeah, this is Leaves. This is, the place where the branch campus is. Oof. Frankie is a, custodian of the branch campus at the moment. Celestine is a butler under the employee of the High Arms family, and he's working at the branch campus as assistant. So he's also the one who's training Frankie to be a custodian. Sister Rosen is a Thor's graduate, and she became sort of like this the Sunday school teacher at this chapel, but mostly because she's an apprentice for the Gralsritter, and she was sent to keep Reen safe as they decode the Black Records. And that would be Jingo. She is the proprietor of the pawn shop. And
Hey, long time no see. How you been holding up?
and that adorable pupper is Cerberus.
Yeah, it's been a rough ride for sure. I just got back last night. Me and this one have been packing things up.
Cerberus is a good boy.
Yep, sure am. Things are looking pretty bad. Oh, right. I got a message from Rosine for you.
I thought her name was Rosin.
Told
Oh,
me
whatever.
to tell you she wouldn't be back for a while and said she was sorry.
At least Rosine is safe. Huh. Whew.
Oh, faster than I expected. Guess Meek's info was spot on.
Meek is the one who runs the pawn shop in Trista, which was where essentially was the main, like, sort of hub town for Cold Steel 1 and 2. It's also the town where the main campus
I better
is.
scram before she spots me.
She? Would that be Claire, perhaps? Who would Jingo want to avoid? Nope, that would be the Ark Royal, not the Dareflinger. Dareflinger was the branch campus's train. This is the main campus train. Which means this belongs to the Prince. And the Prince is kind of a dick right now. As far as I know, anyway. Story may have changed slightly. Hey! Instructor Markov?
So this is the branch campus.
Yep, that's Instructor Makarov and Instructor Mary. The art teacher, that would be Mary, and Makarov would be the science teacher for the main campus.
But Instructor Makarov, why were we sent here so suddenly?
Her voice changed.
Who knows?
His voice
I
is the
guess
same.
We're gonna have to take part in this messed up curriculum.
Those are mechs, Panzer Soldats. Those look new. These are two of the main campus students that sort of broke the ice a little bit with the branch campus during the last
I never
game.
thought we'd come back here under these circumstances.
I hope they get a little bit more story to them. There would be Major Michael. Right now, he's essentially the principal of the branch campus.
Wow, this place is pretty nice.
Really? She's masquerading as a student?
I hear that one professor guy built some kind of training facility here too, yeah? Maybe while Princey Boy's off doing his duty, I'll have myself a little fun.
That's it. She sort of pulls off the schoolgirl look, not gonna lie. I certainly actually prefer that to her normal getup. There's the Capitol. Inquiry Street is sort of like the main drag, where a lot of the shops are. Really? A military parade? This is straight out of Nazi Germany. Except with mechs. Yeah, and they're new model mechs in there. Not the Goliaths. The ones in front of the Goliaths. They almost look a little angelic. Warrant Officer
Such a
Allen?
huge
Yep.
Military parade like this is definitely suspicious.
He's one of the Thor's graduates that graduated alongside Reed.
Especially considering how they put everything together so quickly.
He's part of the 4th Armored Division. And that would be his flame.
I'm worried about Class 7, but I've got my own mission as a soldier of the Empire. If I want to protect this country and Bridget, I shouldn't be hesitating.
Good man. Once you get the chance to fight for Class 7, you do it. Until then, you protect that woman.
Vivi disappeared without a trace. I haven't heard a thing about Class 7.
He's got pink hair. No, did Vivi have a little brother?
He's been acting weird too. I should probably get out of Heimdall for a while.
He's definitely got pink hair. Vivi and Lind, twin sisters from Thor's. I was under the impression that they were their only siblings. I didn't know they had another sibling. That would be Instructor Toa's aunt and uncle. I think I see Fiona, who is Elliot's sister. Patiri is an acquaintance of Machias, and she's always shouting at him and telling him to get out of her way, and honestly, I think they like each other, but they can never express it. I have no idea. Yep, useless nerd Machias. There you go. That's essentially her way of saying that she's worried about him. Love that loading symbol. Well, they say they didn't do anything to optimize the load times between scenes. That's a bit of a shame. Also, those are new tanks, I'm pretty sure. I don't recognize that model of tank. I really want to see what those new mechs are. Oh. General Van Dyke, former principal of Thor's main campus.
It goes without saying, but a harsh, bitter struggle lies ahead of this nation. We find ourselves faced with a war, the like of which Erebonia has never seen.
Oh my... Those things are fucking giant.
But we will prove triumphant. We will bring to bear the finest strategies and the full might of the Imperial Army.
Were those the new ships they were talking about in the previous game?
With the Reinford Group's cooperation, we now possess the greatest military force Zemuria has ever seen.
How did they even get the ore for all that?
I give you my word that this conflict will be over within the year.
I come before you all today to announce the War Council's decision.
Oh god, flickering texture in the palace, don't look at it.
We will punish the Republic of Calvard for their crimes and subjugate them under the might of the Empire.
The hour will be upon us soon. We will begin the greatest military operation in Erebonian history. Operation Jormungand.
Really go with the Norse name there? I would have gone with something Latin personally, but I guess Jormungand sounds good. What are you thinking, Arena? Who are you?
Jormungand, the mythical serpent that swallows the world.
Shira!
It's a name. Way too fitting if you ask me.
They made her outfit less revealing than it was in Trails in the Sky. I like it. Does she still use a whip?
This is Silverstreak. Yona, do you read me?
And who is Yona? I thought I knew most of these characters. Crossbelt City, formerly the independent city of Crossbelt. Aw, poor kitty. There's no way the special support section from Crossbelt will let this stand. Really? The wind's forcing them to forget about them? Wow. I didn't expect that. I thought the wind would just goad people to war. I didn't think it would cause them to forget their role models. Huh. I was gonna say this war's gonna be great for this woman's business. I was gonna say, she runs one of the biggest weapons emporiums in the entire world. It's not like she's gonna come out of this war with nothing. Ryu? Is he from Calvard, perhaps? Because pretty much everything Calvard is very sort of Chinese and Japanese and that sort of area. They take a lot of inspiration from that. You may have noticed that there were some Oriental-style buildings in Crossbelt. It's because they border Calvard, so they take some of their architectural elements. And a lot of, like, if you see a blatantly Japanese or Chinese-sounding name, it's very likely they are from Calvard. So I'm wondering if Ryu is from Calvard. Also, that would be Una Crawford's siblings and her mother. That vivid red hair, are they related to Lloyd Bannings? Yeah, I've only seen vivid red hair like that on one character. Maybe Randy Orlando. But I think the only other person with red hair like that was Lloyd. I've never played the Crossbelt arc, so I'm not sure on that.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late.
Hi there. Good to see you again.
We joined up with Sully along the way. It's a long story.
See, I've never played the Crossbelt arc, so most of these characters that I should recognize, I don't.
Well, Ilia's going to be moved from St. Ursula. They're sending her to Armorica for physical therapy.
Oh, things are getting worse by the minute. What's gonna happen to my home?
He's the representative of a business corporation from Calvard in the Empire. He was in Cold Steel 3, but I don't know his significance.
Mr. Shin.
In all likelihood, the Republic will fall to the Empire.
Who are you? Cal Lee? Oh, he's the manager.
Sal, how can you...
Oh, Sal Lee.
The World Serpent is slithering ever closer.
The World Serpent? Is he talking about Ouroboros?
You should leave this place and go to Remiferia for your own safety. I've already cleared it with the Elder.
Oh, he's gonna refuse.
No, there's no way I'm leaving Ellie behind.
Yep.
We're Hayaway, aren't we? There must be something we can do.
Pardon me.
He is an Arcus, so...
Hey there, Mr. White Orchid Dragon. Guess I'm calling you
Oh, what do you want, Lecter?
That's the guy from the Imperial Army's Intelligence Division.
Oh, it's quite all right, Scarecrow. Now, what's this about? The business we discussed before? Or perhaps the other matter?
Nah, the other thing's already being handled. Don't worry about it. I'm calling about our little business arrangement. I want to get everything settled before the Governor General gets back.
You doing something behind Rufus's back?
Very well. Let's discuss the terms.
Huh. Lecter have his own agenda? Either way.
Still haven't been able to find Tio?
The Geo Front is a section of underground tunnels in Crossbelt that essentially
Sorry,
connect everything.
Nothing yet, I'm afraid. None of my contacts have any clues either. But don't worry, I'm going to extend my search outside Heimdall. Give me some more time and I'm sure I'll turn something up.
Who said I was worried? I'm sure Randolph's with her after all. But then again, the debaucherous prince got himself blown up over there, so I guess anything can happen. No! Sorry. Forget I said that.
Okay, so that's definitely Shara. Anytime you hear silver-haired woman, that's Shara.
I mean, don't lose hope.
Just quit while you're ahead.
Thanks. Like I mentioned before, Governor General Rufus is currently in Heimdall. We might not get another chance like this. Help those kids make the most of it.
Well, duh. You don't need to tell me twice. Aww. Man, what a train wreck of a call. I don't know how to deal with stuff like that.
Maybe don't be a dick about someone who died?
Anyway, so she's that idiot prince's girlfriend, huh? Complete opposite of him, but I guess they're a good match. Or they were.
When it comes to drinking, she definitely has him beat.
It's them!
Yona, we're almost at the destination.
You better be ready to back us up.
Who do you think I am?
I don't recognize those voices. I don't recognize those voices, and that gets me excited. We have 3 arcs of characters that are going to coexist in this game. Is that the artifact from Prince Oliver?
Shara, take this. If anything should happen to me, you can use it to contact the others.
He gave her his artifact that lets him communicate over limitless distances? Wow. Yeah, Oliver was on that airship. I didn't realize she actually gave a shit about him. The way she talked about him.
Joshua and Ren, it's all up to you now.
I didn't realize she actually cared about him that much. I always thought she thought of him as like an Imperial interloper. I didn't realize she actually had feelings for him.